You can't solve your financial problems with the same kind of thinking that caused them. These words will change your reality because poverty can't survive in a dough chaser's mentality. The beat majors. So to all my dough chasers, it's time to get this party started now.
I like it.
With your host, Jason White.
Yo, what's up, dough chasers? This is Jason White, CEO and founder of Witness Riches. I've been in the position of being in business for over 5 years now. I actually celebrated my 5-year anniversary back in May. So I'm super proud to be in this position. And we've had the opportunity of helping people improve their finances and boost their credit scores, since the inception of the company, Witness Riches. And this show is all about helping you get an understanding of what the dough chaser mentality is, incorporating that into your life, and providing you with information that's going to help you transcend financially. That's what we're about. And today we're going to be talking about credit specifically. We offer a service called the 700 Club. And basically in this service, we help people remove derogatory information off their credit report that is impacting their ability to buy a home, their ability to refinance or buy a car, or, they just want to be prepared for whatever life may bring their way. And oftentimes we run across people who, they don't have the ability to afford our service, okay? Even though, in my opinion, it's very affordable, $64.99 month to month. However, there are some people who either they can't afford it or they don't want to make the sacrifice to afford it, okay? Whether you're the person who is looking to sign up for our service or you just need the information, I'm going to give it to you, okay? I want to be your resource. I have some information and I'm going to share it with you. And basically, we're going to be talking about Credit Karma. We're also going to be talking about disputing online, okay? Let me see who's with me right now. Carol Jones, how you doing? Thank you for being here. If you're watching right now, let me know who you are and where you're from. But I want to thank everybody for giving me the opportunity to, share what I know. Thank you. Okay. So while all of you, let me know who you are, where you're from, I'm going to share this in a couple places. So bear with me one quick second. But the topic tonight is going to be interesting, very in-depth, and also helpful. So give me one quick second. Let me share this. All right. So this is actually episode 3, okay? I told my wife when I made this show that I wasn't going to share the episodes every time I went live, but I'm going to share the first 10 numbers, and then after that, I'm going to leave it up to you to keep track of how many episodes we are, okay? Episode 3 today, though. Super excited. Let me share. Okay, so everything is shared. Now, let's dive into it, okay? So, again, this show is all about helping you obtain the dough chaser's mentality. Behind me, what I have here is the Dough Chaser Manifesto. Let me grab this really quick. And every Friday, I'm going to give you the opportunity to win your own copy of this Dough Chaser Manifesto. It's a poster, and basically, this is the manifesto for the dough chasers, okay? And if you are someone who is improving their finances and gaining a financial advantage, my friend, you are a dough chaser, okay? So Carol, if you're watching this still, you're a dough chaser, all right? If you are improving your finances and gaining a financial advantage, you are a dough chaser. But the thing is, as a dough chaser, you must understand that it's not about chasing money. It's about understanding how important money is to our lives, creating a plan for ourselves to make that a steady and consistent income for ourselves so that we can live our true purpose in life. And dough chasers understand this. That's why we continue to make it happen every day, okay? This is the brand, and you need to incorporate it in your life today, all right? So we're talking about Credit Karma. It's a very successful company. They've been around since 2007. And in 2009, I believe, or 2010, they celebrated, 1 million clients who use their service. And just recently, they surpassed 60 million users. So, congratulations to Credit Karma. Okay. But when people are using this resource, I think they fail to realize what Credit Karma truly is. Okay. They provide education. Okay. They provide something called a Vantage credit score. And this is basically an educational score that gives you the ability to get an idea of what your credit score is. The thing is, the Vantage credit score is not used when it comes to determining your credit worthiness. Okay. What is used is something called Fico credit score. This is a basically credit computing score company that uses a particular algorithm to basically get an understanding of how well you manage your debt. Okay. Vantage Score is basically a competitor of FICO. However, Vantage has partnered with Credit Karma to provide this service for free to their users. Okay. And recently, Credit Karma has celebrated 60 million users. All right. The thing is, one thing that I've noticed is a lot of the people of our community, and also, other communities, they don't understand how Credit Karma works, and they take everything that Credit Karma shares as the truth. Okay. The thing is, Credit Karma is a business. Okay. And their business model is to provide you with information that will basically give you the opportunity to obtain new lines of credit. Okay. The thing is, when they are making these recommendations, they're not necessarily in your best interest. All right. So you may log into your Credit Karma account and you'll see credit cards, loans, all kinds of potential trade lines that they're offering. And they will tell you based off of your Vantage score that the approval odds is very high, and then they'll recommend it. The thing is, they're not looking out for your best interest. Okay. They're not trying to share information that's going to help you. Rather, they're sharing information that's going to help their bottom line, information that's going to help them increase their revenue. And every time you click a link, or to be more precise, every time you actually take the recommendation, they make money from those particular companies. Chase, Capital One, American Express, all those companies, they make money from those companies every time you take their offer. Okay. So the platform is free. However, how they make their money is by recommending services to you, that, they will market to you and advertise to you and kind of manipulate you into applying for the account because your approval odds are high. But is it really in your best interest? Okay. I know a lot of people who use their Vantage score or Credit Karma credit score, aka they'll use that credit score and they will determine their credit worthiness based off that credit score, and then they will apply for every account that they can run across where their approval odds is high. And a lot of times our clients add a lot of inquiries to their credit reports based off of this. And if you understand how your credit score is computed, at least the FICO credit score, 5 components: payment history, credit utilization, length of history, credit file mix, and also inquiries. Okay. Inquiries impact your credit score 10%, or 55 points. And a lot of times people are missing out on the gains that they could have because of their approval odds, quote unquote, with Credit Karma. And I just want you to be aware of this and be careful, right? If they make a recommendation, it's not necessarily in your best interest, but in the company's best interest. They're trying to make money, okay? And every time you take an offer, they make more money, despite it being in your best interest or not, okay? So only apply for accounts when you need them. Don't apply for accounts just because they say your approval odds are high, because you can end up hurting yourself more than you help yourself. And a lot of times people, when they are obtaining new lines of credit, they're not actually managing the debt responsibly. And, I know a lot of people who open up new lines of credit, max it out, and now they're stuck in the renewing of revolving debt with their credit cards. Okay, so be careful with that. Okay, so let me see. Marberts, what's up? Hi, love your videos. If bills go to collections, should you pay it? Okay, I will make sure that I answer that for you at the end of this video. Okay, I just don't want to get off track. But short answer, no. You want to be strategic. We'll talk about that strategy at the end. Okay. So, and then back to Credit Karma. So the Vantage credit score versus the Fico credit score. The Vantage credit score, there are 6 components of that credit score. The Fico credit score, there's 5 components, right? And Fico is used in 90% of lending decisions, right? So when you are, basing everything off of your Credit Karma account, you may be setting yourself up for failure because your credit score can look a little higher, and you apply for an account and you get denied for it, and that's another inquiry in your credit report. But the 6 components on the Vantage are, inquiries, the number of times you apply for a credit, your total accounts, the total open and closed accounts, your credit age, the average age of your open accounts, your derogatory marks, the collections, tax liens, bankruptcies, all that good stuff or bad stuff. Credit card usage, your credit utilization, your credit card balance compared to the limit, and then payment history. How well are you paying your bills on time? Okay, so those are the 6 components of the Vantage score, and versus the 5 components of the Fico score: payment history, credit utilization, length of history, credit file mix, and inquiries. So total accounts impact you, but that's something that the Fico score doesn't really impact you by. So that's something that's a little different, and something that they don't use when computing the actual Vantage score is they don't look at your file mix. Okay, so that's a little interesting in my opinion. However, you want to be very careful. Okay, and one thing that I recommend is, yes, Credit Karma is a great tool when used responsibly, okay? But you don't want to fall victim to the recommendations because remember, they are a business and their job is to make a profit off of you, okay? So don't fall victim to their recommendations. What I recommend is you obtain your own credit monitoring service, right? And the best service you can get for yourself is one that actually uses Fico when reporting your credit scores. Now, in our credit repair service, we try to make recommendations that are affordable for our clients, and it's not necessarily the Fico credit score. To get the Fico credit score, you have to go to a website called myfico.com, and that's going to cost you about $30 a month, okay? Many of our clients don't want to pay $30 a month, so we recommend a service either with, privacyguard.com or Credit Check Total, and also, Experian.com. Those are also great services as well. Credit Check Total and Experian, they do provide one of your FICO scores. I believe it's FICO 8. But at least you can get a better understanding of where your FICO score is because those credit scores, when they compute your credit, those credit monitoring services, when they compute your credit, they're computing it off of the 5 factors of a FICO credit score, okay? So you want to be careful with that. Canon Wilds, can you get inquiries off credit reports fast? I will answer that more in depth at the end of this video, but if they are unauthorized, yes, okay? So I definitely recommend that you get your own credit monitoring service. Do not rely on Credit Karma for your credit score because one, they provide the Vantage credit score, and that's not actually your FICO credit score, okay? And then 2, be careful when using the services. Understand that they are a for-profit company, and how they make their money is when you take advantage of the recommendations that they make for you. And the recommendations are basically based off of the Vantage score. When you have a high Vantage score, they're going to recommend every credit card possible, okay? So just be careful of that. Another thing that you'll find is you'll find your credit report on Credit Karma. This is awesome. This is an awesome service that they provide because they give you free access to your credit report. So I'm all for that. The thing is, they only provide 2 of the 3 credit bureaus. Someone asked, is Privacy Guard accurate? No, it is not 100% accurate. That is not your FICO score, but it is a representation of the 5 factors that impact your FICO. And from my experience, Privacy Guard has shown to be pretty close to what a FICO score would be, at least a FICO 8. However, if you want the actual FICO score, check out myfico.com, okay? You heard it here live. Don't chase your TV. Okay, anyway, Credit Karma will provide you with your credit reports. And again, they don't provide all 3. They only provide TransUnion and Equifax, and they don't provide Experian, okay? So that's another reason why you want to have your own credit monitoring service, so you can monitor all 3 credit bureaus and all 3 credit scores, so that you can always have an understanding of where you stand directly. Carol, I'm definitely going to need you to visit their website, myfico.com. All of that information is there for you, okay? But the great thing about Credit Karma is they do provide credit reports with the 2 of the 3. And one thing that I found is a lot of people will find derogatory information on the credit report, and Credit Karma now gives you the ability to dispute that information via their website. And I'm guessing this is not 100% true because this is a guess, but it's an educated guess, all right? I'm guessing they are partnered with the credit bureaus, and the information that they use is actually connected to the credit bureau's e-Oscar system. And this is basically an online disputing system, electronic online system for complete, accurate reporting. That's what it's called, okay? e-Oscar. This is basically an online disputing platform, and I'm guessing that the Credit Karma platform is connected to their online platform. And basically what people do is they will dispute online via Credit Karma. But I want to share with you why you should not dispute online, okay? Though it is a very convenient resource, but being in the credit repair industry and understanding how these systems work and how they can hurt you, I'm going to share with you how many reasons I got. 1, 2, I think I got 3, maybe 4 reasons. My handwriting is chicken scratch, by the way. So 1, 2, 3. 4 reasons why you should not dispute online. Okay. Someone asked, did you already talk about why not to dispute online? I'm talking about it now, brother or sister, whoever you are. I'm talking about it now. Okay. So the first reason you should not dispute online is they limit your dispute options. Okay. When you are working on fixing your credit and you're disputing in writing, you have unlimited options. You can basically share with them the factual information of what happened and why it shouldn't be reporting on your credit report. However, when you dispute online, they're going to give you a limited array of options that you can use. And sometimes that may not be what actually happened. So you're limited to how you can dispute the account. That's one reason why you don't want to dispute online. The second reason is they don't provide you with a proof of dispute, okay? When you dispute in writing, you basically have a paper trail, okay? And when you dispute online, there is no paper trail. You're basically trusting their system to, be real with you. But, because these are for-profit organizations, they're not here to protect you, all right? They're here to make money off of you and not necessarily protect you. Hold up one quick second. All right. If y'all want, you can donate to the camera fund of Jason White. My camera limits my recording time, and after 20 minutes, it has an automatic countdown button. So that's why you saw those numbers. Anyway, when you are disputing online, you don't have a proof of dispute, okay? When you are disputing in writing, you have a paper trail of the disputes that you use, and that basically gives you the ability to keep track of what's going on, okay? And God forbid that, you needed to go a little further and potentially sue them, you have paperwork that provides proof of the disputes that you sent and the results that you get from them, okay? So that's the second reason. They don't give you proof of dispute, okay? You can dispute something, and then depending on if they have a glitch in the system, they can say it never happened, right? However, if you have that paper trail and they don't process the dispute, you can take them to court and sue their asses, all right? The third reason is everything is automated. Everything is automated through the eOscar system, okay? Which basically limits. Well, it's basically impossible for you to have a human look at your dispute so that you can have a higher odd of getting that actual negative derogatory account removed from your credit report. So when you dispute online, they have a system called eOscar, okay? And this is all automated. Basically, you use the reasons that they provide you. They process that. They send a notification to the creditor. The creditor, all they have to do is click a button to say, hey, this is accurate. And basically, that's how it goes most of the time. Now, there are times where people are able to get things deleted online. However, compared to writing your disputes, the actual outcome is uncomparable, right? Writing disputes versus sending a dispute online, you're going to get better results sending that dispute in writing, okay? And due to the fact that the odds of it being seen by a human is a lot higher, right? So you want to be strategic when it comes to your approach of disputing accounts on your credit report, and disputing online, is basically defeating your purpose, okay? Lastly, when you are disputing online, you basically minimize your ability to further your strategy, okay? One strategy that a lot of people use is, let's say that you dispute something in writing, and then the credit bureau responds and say, hey, this account has been basically proven, and our paperwork shows that it was actually authorized. Therefore, this account has been verified, okay? You can actually further your dispute and request a method of verification, okay? And typically how these companies process their disputes is through the eOscar system, and everything is automated. However, they're supposed to do a thorough investigation to figure out if this is actually abiding under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And the method of verification strategy basically allows you to see how they actually process that dispute. However, when you dispute it online, you basically minimize your availability of using that strategy because they don't have to abide under the law, okay? I'm going to read something to you that I had to research, okay? Under Section 611A, point 8, also known as the online dispute system. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay, so if a dispute regarding an item of information in a consumer's file at a consumer reporting agency is resolved in accordance with paragraph 5A by the deletion of the disputed information by no later than 3 business days after the date of which the agency receives notice of the dispute from the consumer in accordance with paragraph 1A, then the agency shall not be required to comply with paragraph 2, 6, and 7 with respect to that dispute if the agency. Okay, so let me break this down. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to understand that. I just want to share with you that this is actually in the law. Okay, so basically this is what's going on. When you send a dispute online, the credit reporting agency is not required to forward your dispute to the actual creditor, and they're not required to send information that is included with the dispute to the creditor or any company furnishing that information, okay? And basically what's going on is you lose some of the rights that you have as a consumer, all right? Basically, this is what it says. Receive a notice. Okay, so for one, you're not going to receive a notice from the credit bureaus telling you the information you disputed has been verified as accurate. So if they process that within 3 days, they don't have to send you information in writing sharing that the information has been verified, okay, for one. And this also basically states that you don't have the ability to request a method of verification because they didn't have to send you that in writing. So because you are not able to get the paperwork of your actual dispute, because they don't have to send that to you, you are not able to use the method of verification dispute when it comes to furthering your strategy. And that's one way how they limit you, right? And with the method of verification, they have 15 days to respond to that. So because you dispute online, you don't have that ability because they don't have to send you the actual paperwork. And because they don't send you the paperwork, you can't use the method of verification strategy. And because you can't use that strategy, they don't have to respond to you within 15 days of that information. Therefore, the verified account remains on your credit report. Okay? Hopefully that's understandable. If not, I can try to explain that again. Okay? But basically, you lose a lot of rights when you dispute online. And most importantly, let's say that, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau or the Federal Trade Commission, let's say that they did an investigation on the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Let's say they did an investigation and actually found out that they were breaking laws and they filed a class action lawsuit. This is basically a lawsuit that allows everybody who has participated within a certain time frame of disputing information, they all get to basically participate in this lawsuit. And if the government wins, whatever the punishment is, let's say it's $60 million that they have to split 1,000 ways or whatever. Let's say that they do file this lawsuit. Because you dispute online, you're basically removing yourself from the ability to participate in a class action lawsuit. Okay, and the very small descriptions of the dispute process, they're basically saying that you are removing yourself from the ability to participate in a class action lawsuit, and that's in the the fine printing, right? And a lot of people are unaware of this, and they process that dispute online anyway. So if they were to sue them, you don't get any money. You miss out, right? So you want to be careful when disputing online. I highly recommend that you do everything in writing. Keep track of your paperwork, and if you do so, your odds of seeing success will be a lot higher, and you'll still be protected, fully by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is a consumer law. Okay, so let me look at some of these questions, see what's going on. First and foremost, let me get back to Mr. Roberts or Mrs. Roberts. If a bill goes to collections, should you pay it? Okay. Actually, I made a video about this yesterday, and it depends. Okay. First, you want to dispute that with the credit bureaus, for one. Okay. If it remains, you want to request debt validation with the debt collector. Okay. If they can't prove the validity, they can't prove the validity of that account on your credit report, they have to remove it from your credit report. Okay. So before you pay anything, you want to do these two things because you're going to get the law to work on your behalf. However, if they are able to prove the validity of that account, then you want to negotiate a payment for deletion. Because if you pay the account without doing any of these things, the account status will go to a paid status. That does nothing for your credit score. So basically, by them adding it to your credit report, it already has hurt your credit score. Why reward them off of that negative behavior? Get some kind of benefit out of it, okay? So try to get it removed under the Fair Credit Reporting Act and Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And if it still remains and they're able to prove all of that, then negotiate a payment for deletion before you pay anything. That way, if you pay it, it gets removed off your credit report and your credit score increases. All right? Cannon Wiles asks, can you get inquiries off of credit reports fast? In order to get them removed off fast, the inquiries have to be unauthorized, okay? If they were authorized and we're challenging them, then we have to build a strategy, and sometimes that takes time, okay? Okay, let me see. Is payment for deletion a good option? Yes, it is. Disputing an account online a month ago, and it was just removed a week ago. My Vantage score went up 7 points. A few days later, my secured credit card Vantage score went up 597. Keeping my credit score. Okay, yeah. So sometimes you are able to get results by disputing online. But the likelihood of that happening versus sending a dispute in writing is a lot lower. Okay. Um, I would recommend that you dispute in writing for all the various reasons that I just explained. However, good for you that you were able to get results. Just be careful in the future. Is the secure card your only credit account? Well, it depends on, if you apply for other accounts. If you only have a secure card on your credit report, then yes, that is your only trade line as a revolving account. But in order for you to get more revolving accounts, you have to apply for more. However, when you apply for them, you want to be strategic with your approach. And that means that you want to make sure that your credit score meets the requirement of having that account. Okay. For those of you who are watching still, I'm the author. I'm the author. Let me get this correct. I am the author of a book called Credit Builder Secrets, and this is 6 secrets to improve your credit score up to 200 points. Okay, so the information that I'm sharing with you, I'm not making this up. This is true. Okay, and if you apply these 6 secrets, you're going to see a massive gain with your credit. Okay, so Bacchanal Magic. If you are interested in learning how to boost your credit score, you can get my book. The link will be provided in the description of this video, or you can actually learn how to boost your credit score in a online coaching session through Transcend Financial Academy. Okay, and in that academy, I want to teach you how to boost your credit score up to 200 points using the various strategies that are in this book. And I also have a course on how to repair your credit as well. Christopher Daniel says, I need a 700 Club shirt. Chris, you can get a shirt like this at doughchaser.com. Okay. Actually, doughchaser.com. That information will be provided in the description of this video as well. But definitely, we can accommodate that need. All right. Well, I want my braces payment for my daughter. My credit. I need that hat you got on. The color. Doughchaser.com. Doughchaser.com. You can get this hat. All right. Can I send a collection removal letter without a copy? Yes. When you are disputing with debt collectors, do not send copies of IDs or anything like that. Because if they're janky, they're going to use that to prove the validity of your account by basically reversing the information as if you gave it to them when they first acquired the account. So never send that information. You can send the last 4 of your social security number, your birth date, your address, and the account number of the actual account. And that's all they need to, basically, verify your identity. Okay. Never give them, copies of your social security number, copies of your driver's license. You only need to do that with the credit bureaus. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide links in the description of this video. If you are interested in Dough Chaser gear, if you're interested in Transcend Financial Academy, or you're interested in getting my book, Credit Builder Secrets, those links will be provided. I want to thank you all for your time. Hopefully this information has been very helpful. So to the credit bureaus, yes, definitely you want to provide 2 forms of ID. Driver's license, and I would recommend a utility bill. If you can, try to protect your social security card, but that is another acceptable form as well. But driver's license and utility bill would definitely work just as well when sending disputes to the credit bureaus. You're very welcome. Thank you all for your time. Make sure you, if you're watching this on YouTube, either you're watching the live feed now or the replay, make sure you subscribe so that you can continue to engage with me. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like this video and share it on your news feed so people you know, like, and love can also get this great information. Again, my name is Jason White. Hopefully you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm out.